For the record, I'm not overly fond of chocolate flavored foods such as chocolate cake or chocolate ice cream. I prefer my chocolate straight. Hello and assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The name's Koyum, Ahmad Ikul Koyum, 16 years old, and I'm proudly representing my school, Sekolah Menengah Sains Kota Tinggi. Now, if there's one thing you need to know about me is that reading has been my favorite hobby for as long as I've lived. I like to treat reading as a habit, not a chore, which is why I never really get tired of doing it, especially when it comes to reading storybooks. Now, out of all those famous story writers out there, there's just one in particular who always manages to catch my attention in every story he writes. I'm talking about the number one storyteller, Roald Dahl. Roald Dahl in total has published 49 books, with 21 of them being children books. Most of his literature surrounds the theme of fantasy and comedy, which are both my favorite type of genres. However, my pick for today will be, in my opinion, could be his very best one, or should I say, his sweetest one, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Written in 1964, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory tells the story of the adventures of a young boy, Charlie Bucket, inside the chocolate factory of the eccentric chocolatier, Willy Wonka. The one that I have currently is the one published by Puffin Books in 2010, containing 262 pages in total, with beautiful illustrations made by the famous UK cartoonist Quentin Blake. The story of the young boy and the whimsical factory was such a big hit that it even received three films for it. The first one in 1971, directed by Mel Stewart, the second one, my personal favorite, in 2005 by Tim Burton, and the newest spin-off in 2023 called Wonka, which is directed by Paul King. The story kicks off with Willy Wonka hiding five golden tickets inside his chocolate bars, and Charlie, despite his family's poverty, wins one of them. The other four winners are kids who are either greedy, spoiled, vain, or obsessed with television. As the tour goes on, each child faces bizarre and often humorous consequences for their bad behavior. Augustus Gloop, for example, gets stuck in the chocolate river because of his greed. Veruca Salt is thrown out by the factory squirrel for being spoiled, while Beauregard gets turned into a giant blueberry due to her impatience, and Mike TV is shrunk to a tiny size for his obsession with television. But Charlie, who is humble, kind, and curious, is the only one left standing at the end. His reward? Inheriting Willy Wonka's factory. The story teaches us an important lesson. Good things come to those who are kind, humble, and patient. But meanwhile, greed, selfishness, and bad behavior can lead to negative consequences. The book also reminds us that integrity is far more valuable than wealth and material possessions. In a world where instant gratification and success often seem to be the ultimate goals, Charlie's journey is a powerful reminder of the importance of delayed gratification. His perseverance and ability to remain true to his values, even in the face of temptation, show that the lasting success and happiness come to those who prioritize doing what is right over seeking personal gain. Another interesting about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is how Willy Wonka teaches lessons about without actually scolding anyone. Instead of simply telling the kids that they are wrong, he lets them learn from their own mistakes. It's a unique way of storytelling where actions speak louder than words. It also makes the story much more entertaining because instead of a typical moral lesson, we get these wild, imaginative punishments that fit each child perfectly. So, as Charlie Journey shows us, not the things that we all matter the most, it's how we treat others and the strength of our character. So, next time you face a challenge, remember that kindness, curiosity, and a bit of integrity can take you far. Thank you for listening to my thoughts on this wonderful book, and I hope that inspires you to appreciate the simple joys of life, just like Charlie did. And to end with one of Roald Dahl's famous quotes. So please, oh please, we beg, we pray, go throw your TV set away, and let's embrace a life of adventure, kindness, and, of course, imagination. That's all from me. And in case I don't see ya, good morning, good evening, and good night. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy your next read just as much as I did. Thank you.